G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe, fighting man from head to toe, on the land, on the sea, in the air.
G.I. Joe, America's movable fighting man, the most realistic toy soldier the world has ever known. Army combat with G.I. Joe. Action soldier. Beachhead assault with G.I. Joe. Action marine. Underwater demolition with G.I. Joe. Action sailor. Air Force scramble with G.I. Joe. Action pilot. Unlike the little soldiers you used to play with, G.I. Joe is almost a foot tall. He moves just the way you do. 21 movable parts, over 1,000 fighting positions. And with the authentic G.I. Joe equipment available, you can bring a new kind of realism to playing soldier. Get G.I. Joe in the basic uniform and start collecting your G.I. Joe equipment today. It's a Hasbro toy.
We're Cold Slither, you'll be joining us soon. A band of vipers playing our tune. With an iron fist and a reptile's hiss, we shall rule.
Hello viewers of Wasteland TV and Sounding Board. Tonight we're going to talk about the adventures of G.I. Joe Save the Tiger playset or box set, depending how you look at it, because at one time these were considered play sets in the 60s and 70s. Now this is an action figure with a lot of accessories. He was released for the 35th anniversary of G.I. Joe in 1999. So he's a pretty old figure we're going to open. Not as old as a original Joe, but he's the modern reproduction of the fuzzy hair G.I. Joes. And he's not attached to the real American hero, which is the Hall of Fame G.I. Joes and the movie G.I. Joes and Snake Eyes and the one with the rock. But we even get a comic strip back here of G.I. Joe saving the tiger. And then he has to kill it, I think. But let's open him up and take a look. I remember the good old days when we used to open up G.I. Joes. He has the hat, which is the hat from Teddy Roosevelt, actually. And he's actually the maze of hooked in wires. These were always a pain in the butt and took a long time to open up. It might be faster just to cut them. Damn it. My scissors have gotten dull. But I just have my wire cutters right here in my little toolbox. Right here. And due to the age of this figure and the way he was stored, all the rubber bands are destroyed on him. The tiger's got one more. This is a more peaceful, progressive G.I. Joe, ironically. more on the thinking of the action team. They didn't want a violent toy. So that's why he's not hunting the big game like a real man. He's actually trying to save it and mark it, tag it, bag and tag it, so then he knows where it is all the time. Funny part is, Big Jim even had one of these play sets. And Big Jim's actually had him hunt a cat because he was a big game hunter. So then that cat went on to be refurbished into a Tarzan toy, and then the most legendary toy of them all, Battle Cat. I don't think any of these little pieces are reproductions of old Joe stuff like they had before during the time this era, where he did reproductions of all the classic G.I. Joe stuff. And you're probably wondering, why is he destroying a old Joe? Well, because I can. That's one thing. Because I can. And second off, I thought I'd make a good video. Because we haven't talked about Joe. We talked a lot about Barbie, but never too much about G.I. Joe, her male counterpart. Damn it. So Joe is just hanging by his neck till he's dead. Okay. So what did I drop down here? His hat. Excuse my big head getting in the picture. Where's the top of his gun? Wow, they forgot to give me the top of his dart gun. No, it doesn't have it. It's actually this way. Because this was originally, a funny story is, this was really the mountain climbing launching thing for the Real American Hero Hall of Famers. And there's a grappling hook head that goes on the tip of this, and it fired, and I just lost a missile because it doesn't have enough weight on it to keep it from flying far. So basically, he's the what they would call gung-ho grip G.I. Joe, not kung fu grip, gung-ho grip. And so he has a hat. And binoculars, which have gotta love rotted rubber band. It just sticks to everything. So maybe it was a good thing I opened up this Joe. So he has this. He has his camera, which actually I just broke because it came unhooked. Wow, even the band on the camera is old. I guess that's why you keep stuff mint in box, so you never know the problems of what you have. Yeah, that broke. I'm going to have to stitch that back up. And he's got his scanner, so you can tell where his buddy is. His PKE meter. Boop, 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 boop. Even though, in all actuality, most kids are going to use them as big game hunter G.I. Joe. They're not going to care about the camera and stuff. G.I. Joe's going to go out and hunt because he's a man with a man's courage. And Teddy Roosevelt's hat. So he moves at the knees. And he moves at the ankles. Arm. Wrist. Shoulder. Neck. And waist. And he has semi-swerve grip. I'm going to have to put some WD-40 in here just to loosen the thing, because after all, for being stuck so long in a package, his arms are really stiff. So you basically have Joe like Muldoon. And then the cat. Help me! Help me! Or if it still had the missile, you could play, which ain't quite as fun. I'm gonna go out and go put a tracking device on the tiger, the great white tiger, just so I can track it and follow it and take pictures, because I am preserving the life of these animals, which isn't really that fun. Most likely, what you'd end up doing, take some of the other Joes, or some of the evil weird guys like the Germans and the Russian guys, and then have G.I. Joe with his friend Tiger go fight the bad G.I. Joe figures. It's all up to your imagination, actually. But there's what the tiger looks like in this playset. It has a tail move, articulation, no neck moving, no arms, no nothing else, just the tail. So if he wanted, he could spray G.I. Joe and make G.I. Joe his territory. If it's a boy cat. If it's a girl cat, I don't know what you're going to do. But until next time, this is the Sounding Board, signing off.